Thank you for tuning into A Connection TV. My name is Wesley, and welcome to the one channel on YouTube where you can actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And the similar connections that I want to adopt with you is for the love of the challenge, Vendettas. Now, we are on like episode 17, and I haven't done a review yet because I haven't been the review guy of YouTube as of late. There's been a lot going on in life. But before I go too far into this review, I want you guys to do me a solid for all of the individuals that have been connected to this A Connection TV channel for forever and a day. It's been over a decade, and we're almost close to 100,000 subscribers. I don't even see how we're still climbing up the ladder, but we're almost at 100,000 subscribers. I definitely would like for you guys to continue the support so that I can bring you quality scripted content by subscribing to aconnection.vhx.tv. The link is below. This particular channel will allow me to give you uncensored, scripted, quality, any kind of music I want to give you, content, without any fear of blockage from YouTube. So I definitely would love for you guys to subscribe. Okay, we update the channel every 1st and 15th of the month, so there'll be a constant revolving of content on the channel. So definitely subscribe and support. It's all about support. You know what I'm saying? How everybody went out in droves to support Black Panther. Right on. Definitely come out in droves to support your boy. You know I'm definitely here for the long haul, as long as you guys will have me. But anyway, let's talk about Vendettas. A very interesting collection of people. Everybody from Victor to Natalie to Bananas. Ugh. I wonder if Sarah will ever come back. I don't know if she said that she will never do another challenge again, especially if Bananas is on it, but oh my God, I would love to see Sarah come back. Tony Raines is back and doing quite well, might I add. Devin is back. Leroy is always back and always getting booted off. I wish they would have brought Darrell. Well, Darrell is coming back next week to be one of the mercenaries. But there is a huge cast, okay? You know, notable mention, Kayla is cool as shit. I don't really appreciate how she well, I'll get to that part, but Kayla is cool as shit. I always liked her, and for some reason it felt like I had seen her before her Real World season. I don't know why I feel like she reminds me of another castmate or something, and I'm always getting all these challenges crossed. I mean, mind you, we're on 31, and 32 is being casted. And they're talking about bringing bad girls to the bunch, but I don't know. I just feel like I've always known Kayla, and I've always respected her, and I think, you know, obviously she's done quite a few challenges at this point, but competition-wise, she's a beast. She does it. I don't know why people dislike her so much. But anyways, this particular episode there's been a lot going on. I really don't understand why Bananas wasn't ousted during the last challenge, which was hilarious. I was dying my freaking ass off because they kept falling and they couldn't kick the thing. It was that was like the best episode of any challenge ever. It was so freaking hilarious. But they end up putting Devin to go into elimination. And so, you know, the Troika has to pick, you know, people for the Inquisition. And the Troika is comprised of Tony Raines, Kayla, and Zach. The Zach attack. Zach used to be so wow. But now he's just, and so outside of that, Devin is kind of like becoming the antagonist throughout the house and, you know, aggravated at the fact that people are so afraid of Bananas. And you know, Bananas has a lot of individuals that will clearly wipe his ass with toilet paper even if he has diarrhea, and it's always aggravating. I disliked Bananas way before he screwed over Sarah, but when he screwed over Sarah, that was like the nail that was hammered into the coffin. That was just that. It was it for me, like completely it for me. Where she had apologized and they had made amends and they became cool or whatever the case may be, or at least in her eyes, they became cool, and there was no way that he was going to win the money. No way that he was going to win the money if it wasn't for her. And ever since then, he has not won a challenge, and he's been known to say that, you know, he definitely counts Champ vs. Stars as a win. Yes, it's a win. yes, it's a champions a competition challenge, but it's not the regular challenge where you're dealing with the regular cast. You're dealing with people that normally don't do this. So we would have hoped that you would have won. Yes, it would have been great for Wes to kick his ass out, but Wes didn't get the opportunity to do that, and he won that and won a lot of money for charity, which is great. But let's talk about standard challenge shows. He has not made it to a final since. He's always getting booted off. And you know, Devin has always been known to be a shit talker. One guy that clearly thinks that he is a god and doesn't really have many feats to back it up. You know, he's made obviously he's made it to some challenges or whatever, to the finals or whatever, but I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's going through the house talking all this trash, and he speaks to the sexiest one left, Nelson. And you know, he divulges some information about Kaylee and Bananas hooking up. Now, I'm glad that this information was not false. I'm glad that this information was fact, and he was just relaying the information. Whether or not it was in an inopportune time, I feel that it was the best time, but he was smart. And he revealed this information, and then Nelson, getting all into his emotions and feelings, because I think he probably fingered Kaylee one night or whatever, he was caught off guard. Mind you, Kaylee did not go the way that he wanted the votes to go, and he voted to put Devin, she voted to put Devin in versus Bananas. But this makes sense because her and Bananas had this little physical situation in the bathroom or whatever, and so their stars were aligned in some way, shape, or form, period. Because when he was like, oh, when she was like, oh, he has my back, there was not one scene or moment that we saw on television where he had your back. So obviously some things happen behind the scenes and everything starts to make sense. And I'm like, okay, Devin, you're slick. You're slick. So then the house is all in an uproar because everything is found out, and Kaylee kind of doesn't really care because she's like, it happened when we first got here. It was 5 days before I even looked in Nelson's direction, and Bananas and Natalie weren't even a thing or whatever. And so she's like, what would be the point in just telling you that? Like, what would be the point? But I'm guessing that Natalie felt that her and Kaylee were remotely cool, at least for her to offer up tidbit information. But if there was no intercourse or anything like that, I don't even think tidbit of information should have been offered. At the end of the day, Kaylee doesn't know anyone here but her old castmates, and Natalie is new to Kaylee's life. So what? Like, I don't owe you an explanation. We're not tied. We're not friends. We're not sisters. Like, why am I telling you what I'm doing with my vagina or my lips or my fingers or whatever she used to tantalize him? And so I'm Team Kaylee at this point, and for whatever reason, something happens. And all of the girls are on Natalie's side, who is at this point still tied to Bananas, which I'm confused with. I don't, when did Kayla and Jimmy and Brittany all become Team Natalie? Did I miss something? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Well, all these girls become bad girls, and they go bad girl style, and they toss Kaylee's bed over the banister. And I'm like, okay, what was the point of this? They don't want her in the room. Natalie doesn't want her in the room, but Natalie did not touch the bed or the luggage that held Kaylee's belongings in it. The girls did, and they tossed the whole luggage thing over the bed. Now, there's a reaction that any human would have if something like this were to go down. And honestly, if a group of guys did this to one of the men, the only one that would probably sit idle would be Devin. Devin would probably talk shit with his words. But if you did that to Tony, if you did that to Bananas, well, Bananas probably wouldn't act crazy because he's a seasoned vet. So he would talk shit, but he wouldn't act crazy. Leroy probably wouldn't act crazy either. But then again, if that was a dude that said what Camilla said to him, he might have punched the dude in the face. But because it was a chick and he's a gentleman, I don't know. I can't say who would have did what, but I can't really see too many dudes just sitting idle while somebody throws your shit over the thing and tells you to get out the house. And so Kaylee was ready to whoop ass, and everybody was holding her back. She ends up talking to the producers, She cries to the producers, and she ends up going to a hotel. The one thing that I did appreciate was how Cam was like, we're not going to be jumping nobody on here. This is bull crap. If you're going to confront somebody, confront them one-on-one. So I respected Cam for that. We know that Cam is a beast and she can body people. You know what I'm saying? She is that chick. She's a beautiful girl, by the way. Shout out to you, Cam. Beautiful girl. And congrats on getting thus far. But everyone is at a loss for words for how the girls are behaving. And I'm like, this makes no sense. We get to the elimination. And, you know, obviously Bananas, Nelson, and Leroy are picked. Everyone's thinking that Nelson is going to be picked to go in. But this is the perfect opportunity to get rid of Bananas. Not really sure how Devin is planning on getting rid of Bananas, but Devin is so gung-ho that he is going to get rid of Bananas, whether it's a physical game or a mental comp. And he's like, whatever, Bananas is going home. It's great to have that much confidence in yourself, because if you do have that much confidence in yourself, you could really make shit happen. And the proof is in the pudding. The shocking reveal of it all was when Tony Reigns, aka Bananas lapdog, aka Bananas cheerleader, aka Bananas mascot, sent Bananas into elimination. The whole world stopped. Flash style. Flash speed style. Whatever. Flash time style. Whatever. Not Flash point, but you know what I'm saying. The whole world stopped and everybody was caught off guard. Especially Bananas. Because apparently Bananas didn't even pack his bags going into the situation. So, you know, I thought that was pretty cool on Tony's side. You know, it gets to a point where your word has to mean something in these challenges. Not unless you just become a snake all the way through. But your word has to mean something. And at this point, it seems like Tony's word would not amount to much of anything. Although Tony is performing. He's doing his thing. You know, he's definitely performing. He didn't perform on the cars. And he had a couple botched performances, but he's been in the troika, what, 4 times now? 3-4 times? So he's definitely doing his thing, so shout out to Tony. He's trying to prove a point. He's trying to prove to his family that he's not going to get drunk, pissy drunk on any of these challenges anymore. So he's proven that to himself thus far. He's doing quite well. So he puts Bananas in. And this was probably one of the most interesting challenges I've seen, because the whole get all the lights on, and if you take a light off, you're going to turn it off, but you got to turn it back on situation. That was freaking slick. I like that, because you had to pay attention, you had to look at it. And when it boiled down to Devin only having one light left, I was like, wow, Devin really got rid of Bananas. And quite frankly, I am completely ecstatic by that, because the Bananas does not deserve to be on any more challenges. He is the worst scum on earth. And he admits that he's over charging for Tony, charging after Corey. And apparently he spoke to Corey after this last season and was like, okay, he's done chasing after him. But he admits that although Tony has been doing well this season, Tony has created a bigger vendetta. And he says that going further, Tony's going to have a constant problem or a constant battle. I wonder if Bananas has the ability to keep people out of the cast. Because at this point, I don't watch for Bananas. I really don't. I watch for the drama that ensues. I don't watch for any one particular person. And the only person that I would love to see all of the time, if I had an option, would be Darrell. I like to see Darrell all of the time. And I wish would come back from Vegas. I think his name was Alan or Alvin, or I don't know, the dark black dude. That was in Vegas. I wish he would come back. I wish a couple people would come back, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. Can we just mention that freaking I'm forgetting his name. Oh shit. Little man that took out Joss. Oh crap, I'm brain farted. Shout out to him. Little man. Damn it, I forgot his name. He has always been super cool, laid back guy. I like him. He definitely came in and did his thing and got rid of Joss. A big huge dude, and he didn't flinch, he didn't break, he didn't crumble, whereas Veronica got her finger broken by Anissa. He just kept going. What is his name? Zach Craig? Brandon. I don't know what the fuck his name. Y'all know what his name is. Anyways, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I thought it was gratifying in all caps that Bananas got ousted by Devin nonetheless. And I hope that Tony continues to ride this train. I actually want to see Tony do well. I don't think Tony is a bad guy. I would like to see Leroy get to an elimination final as well. But yeah, if I had to choose my 3 guys that are left, I would like to see Kyle, Tony, and Leroy. No. Nelson, Tony, and Leroy, just because I like Leroy. But I would like to see Nelson and Tony in the final. And I would like to see Kayla in the final, Cam in the final. Yeah, that's it. Kayla, Cam, Nelson, and Tony. Those are the 4 that I would like to see in the final. Whoever else, the other 2, I can care less, really. But I don't know. I'm liking Vendettas. I'm liking the challenge. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about the challenge, Vendettas. Also, once again, subscribe if you're willing to help and support. Keep the movement going, the creative movement going. Subscribe to the new channel, aconnectiontv.vhx.tv. Uploads will be every 1st and the 15th of the month. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you. Stay blessed.